This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. I thought today I'd do a little video about overdrive tones, a little bit of a comparison. Last year, as you probably know, I bought myself a little Marshall amp, a Marshall DSL1 combo, and that has two channels, a classic gain channel and an ultra gain channel. And in terms of like overdrive tones, I was very, very happy with that ultra gain channel, using kind of those settings there, and that was perfect. I was more than happy with that. And then a very generous viewer to the channel called Dr. Gomez 1 basically bought me a pedal. He bought me one of these, a Klon Centaur clone, basically a UX Horseman pedal, and plugging that into the classic gain channel on the Marshall. The tone just absolutely blew me away. The ultra gain channel on the Marshall is a good overdrive tone, don't get me wrong, but just that clone going into the classic gain channel was absolutely spectacular. And that has been my go-to overdrive tone ever since. And then I got to thinking that, well, back in the day, I was always a big fan of like tube screamer type pedals. I've had a couple of Ibanez tube screamers. I think the last one I had was one of those black sound tank ones. You remember those? And I used to love putting a tube screamer in front of a Marshall. And since I got this Marshall, I've never tried a tube screamer in front of it. So I thought, well, I have a tube screamer style pedal, basically this is a Behringer vintage tube overdrive, and I've used this before going into the front end of what did I have before this? I think the Yamaha THR amp, one of those, and it was a great sounding pedal. It's essentially indistinguishable from the genuine article, and that seems to be the consensus of opinion across many YouTube channels that have reviewed this, and they're only about 20 quid. So, if you're in the market for a tube screamer and you've got about 20 quid to spend, one of these might be an option. So I thought I'll try the tube screamer in front of the Marshall and see what sort of results it gets. So what's coming up next is basically a little piece of music that I've composed. You'll probably be able to tell which guitar player I've been listening to rather a lot of recently when you hear this. Basically, I'm going to play the same melody 3 times. The first time will be through the ultra gain channel on the Marshall. Then the second time will be through the classic gain channel on the Marshall with the Behringer tube screamer clone, and then on the final time it's going to be the same Marshall settings but with the new X Horseman pedal going through it. So let's have a listen to see how those 3 overdrive tones compare. And as always, there's a full tab for that little piece of music in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats, along with a clip of me playing it and a backing track for you to play along with yourself. All of that is up on my Patreon page. There's the address and the link is in the description. $3 or £2.50 a month gets you access to all of these additional goodies that go along with these YouTube videos. A massive, massive thank you to everyone who supports me in any of the ways that are also linked down in the description. So, as I say, you can probably tell which guitar player I've been listening to rather a lot of in recent weeks. Mind you, rather a lot of for the last 30 years, to be honest. And I think there was definitely a clear winner there for me. I think that the kind of gold medal has to go to the new Ex-Horseman pedal. It just sounded fuller, fatter, more harmonically rich. Even though, you know, I'm playing through a 1-watt combo at kind of polite, neighbour-friendly volumes. You know, there's the settings again. You know, it's a 1-watt amp. It's never going to be ridiculously loud, but putting that pedal in front of it really does give it the sense that you're playing a big beast of an amp at full throttle. You know, the sort of volume that would part your hair if you had any. So, you know, it's for that alone, it really brings out the more kind of marshalliness of the Marshall to my ears, and that is it sort of confirms really that you know, that Horseman pedal is, you know, really worth its weight in gold almost, even though it's only about 45 quid. So there you go, folks. That sort of confirms to me that you know, I'm no longer really a Tube Screamer devotee. I am a Horseman devotee. Whether the Horseman does or doesn't sound like a genuine Klon Centaur, I will never know, because I'm never going to buy. I'm not going to spend thousands of pounds on a pedal. But if somebody has one that they're going to lend me to do a comparison, that might be interesting, but I won't hold my breath. Anyway, that is the video for today, folks. Hope you found it interesting, amusing, entertaining, informative, or any of those things in some small way. And if that's the case, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. And why not drop me a like while you're at it? Don't forget the live stream every Friday, 5 p.m. UK time, where we drink beer and talk about music and guitars, amongst many, many other things. It's a great way to kick off the weekend, and I'd love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.